The liver philosophy. Are you a liver? Before I could muster up an answer, I paused long enough to replay the entire conversation through my blurry mind. I knew that to answer this question would completely redefine my life's path. Never could a single moment radically morph my perception more than the few seconds it took for him to ask the question. What they don't tell you when you're growing up is that there are millions of possibilities. Literally, this is not a figurative form of speech. There are thousands of religions, philosophies, choices, and consequences. The possibilities are truly endless, and yet an individual is usually only exposed to a few during their formative years. Perhaps this is why most people do not search through the options. Starting with one question could spawn a multitude of inquiries that never lead to a finite answer. I strayed. I questioned. I searched. I was lost without a GPS. When I needed a guidepost, I emailed the one person whom I could trust, my Uncle Thomas. He was in the Navy and stationed somewhere in the South Pacific. The police simply asked, "What do you believe?" I can only imagine how randomly awkward the message seemed to an adult going about his daily routine. Just think about how you would respond to such an intensely in-depth question. He couldn't. I received an email that said he needed some time to think about it. I replied that the reflection was necessary, and I wanted an appropriate answer. The wait was not a worry. Months clicked by on my calendar app, and I never saw a response in my inbox. I nearly forgot about the whole ordeal until the night after my sister's wedding reception. The two of us found ourselves at my parents' kitchen snack bar. Everyone else had gone to sleep, and we found the nocturnal hours coaxing our conversation. "About that email," my uncle blurted. I suddenly felt mortified that I had ever sent such a personal inquisition. "Oh, don't worry about it," I tried to laugh it off. "No, no, I thought about it," he replied genuinely. "I thought about it a lot, and here's what I came up with." He paused, and I clung to the empty air like a coach gripping the clipboard while he waits for the ball to sink into the net at the buzzer for a game-winning shot. "The liver philosophy," he stated quite proudly. I felt like the ball hit the backboard and was now going around the rim. The liver philosophy?" I asked. "Yes, the liver philosophy. You see, every day on base they served meat," he continued. "Sometimes chicken, sometimes beef, sometimes pork, sometimes fish. The ball was going around and around the rim. Would it fall in or spin off into the dreadful bounces of failure? But every day on base, they served liver, and no one would ever eat it," he explained. "It is full of protein and really good for you, but no one would touch it. So finally, I thought to myself, I'm going to eat that liver and I'm going to like it. I poured a little Worcestershire sauce on it and I took a bite. And you know what? It wasn't half bad. Then it hit me. The liver philosophy. Doing what you think is good for you, even if no one else gets it." Oh, you've got to be kidding me, I thought. He could sense my apprehension. But that's not all, he said, as he reached for a pen that was sitting on the top of a stack of old mail. He wrote the word liver in all capital letters on the back of a torn, used envelope. "What are the first four letters?" he asked. "Live, I spelled aloud. Live." "That's right," he answered. "And when you truly live, you become a liver." He paused for the effect. "The liver philosophy." Swoosh. Game over. He could tell that the message was received. He waited for another second while my eyes seemed to process this profound information before he asked, "Are you a liver?"